Thursday, April 17th, 2025. Yeah, back at the dacha. And it is a nice day today. Clear blue sky. Check that out. Nice and blue. And there it is. A little bit breezy. Let's take a look here. Look at my fir trees, the branches. So it's moving a little bit. And my flowers over here, they fell off. So can't really use that as a gauge. Okay, what am I going to be doing today? Well, doing some spring cleanup. As for my arbor, it's on hold right now because all I need to do is assemble it, but I can't assemble it inside the shop. It's got to be assembled outside. And I don't want to be on the ground because the ground is a bit moist, so I'm just going to wait a little while. In the meantime, what am I going to do? I brought these shrubs right here, so I got to take care of them. And I'll probably do some raking. That's about it. Oh, and how cold is it or how warm is it? Let's go take a look at the thermometer. Plus 7 degrees Celsius. There it is. So, plus 7 degrees Celsius isn't that cold, but it's also not too warm. But the time right now is about 10:30 in the morning. So, most likely it'll warm up. I haven't been here since last Sunday, so I've been busy during the week, working, teaching, doing other things, and I'm still feeling a little bit of my cold. So I still do have a sore throat, but it's slowly going away, so that's good. Anyways, I think the fresh air therapy will do some good for me, and I'll get some work done. All right, let's go to work. Okay, first things first, I got to take care of these shrubs right here. I'm actually not going to plant them right now because the ground still is a little bit frozen, but I'm going to temporarily put them into the greenhouse and I'm going to partially bury them. All right, let's go at it. So the shrubs over here are going to be partially buried over here, and then probably in a few weeks, we can just bring them back up and plant them where they are needed. And just like this, you put them down, but you lay them down on the side, and then you just cover up the roots and make sure that the roots are covered up in the soil. But the branches over here, they could be laying sideways. There it is. Okay, so one group has already been put into the ground. I dug another hole right here, and I got to get this bucket emptied and put into the ground here. So these shrubs will be put in right here, and they'll be put in sideways exactly like that, and then covered up with the soil. All right, let's go to work. Okay, second set of shrubs put into the ground, and they will remain here for a few weeks. And when the time is ready, we will transplant them. So a little interesting story about these shrubs. My wife got them online, and she got them from Chelyabinsk, which is located about 6,500 kilometers west of us in the central Ural mountain region. Yeah, interesting that there aren't too many nurseries around here in Khabarovsk. So my wife usually gets a lot of her shrubs and plants and stuff online, and they come from halfway across the country. And thing is, because she ordered them online, she figured that there would be a backlog or something. And lo and behold, they came within like 2 weeks. She thought, oh, maybe they'll be coming in probably end of April. No, less than 2 weeks and they were here. Another thing I want to mention about dachas and flowers and shrubs and plants is that I want to give you guys a little bit of a history lesson. You see, dachas originally were created for the aristocracy during the Russian period, before the Bolshevik Revolution. But after the Bolshevik Revolution occurred, when was that? Let's say 1917. So during the Soviet Union time, land was actually given out to people who could use the plot of land as a garden, basically. So people living in the city could go out of the city and plant their fruits and vegetables and whatnot. So it was not really a place to relax. But during the Tsarist time, yeah, the aristocracy used the dachas as a place to relax. So there was a switch. And so for the next, I don't know, 70, 75 years, right up until, what was it, 1990, 1991, when the Soviet Union dissolved, dacha land was given out. So after 1990-91, the people that had the dacha land, they basically kept the title and it became theirs. So a lot of the older people still continue to use the dacha areas for growing. So they would come out and they would grow their fruits and vegetables. But things have changed. The way they changed is that now there's kind of a renaissance going on here in Russia where people are returning to the dachas, but not in terms of to grow their fruits and vegetables, because fruits and vegetables are relatively cheap and readily available, so people don't need to go to their dachas and spend their weekends or all their free time slaving away growing their whatever fruits and vegetables. So people are actually, like, check that out right there, they're actually moving into the countryside and they are building really nice houses. Actually, that one right there is not lived permanently, so those people built it, from what I understand, about 5 years ago, and they come out here in the summertime. I do see them, but they don't come out as often as I do. And what we have done with our place is what I call gazonification. Gazon means lawn. So I've turned this whole area right here into lawn. Now, what there were here were what's called the gratke, raised beds. And if you've watched my videos for the last 2 years, you saw that I have been leveling this whole place and turning it into a lawn. Yeah, we do still have a garden area, and of course 2 greenhouses, but nothing on steroids where, you know, we're gonna get like 5,000 pounds of cucumbers and tomatoes. No. One is predominantly for cucumbers and the other one for tomatoes and peppers. And this is all we have right here. Just a small area. We've got strawberries and carrots and whatever. That's all we need. As for anything else, too much of it, you're just going to be spending all the time here working and slaving away. I mean, yeah, we do have the fresh vegetables. That's great. As for fruit, what do we have for fruit? We have malina, so we have raspberries, and we have samorodina, which is currant, black currant. We have black currant, red currant, of course, the strawberries. What else do we have? I don't know, some other fruits, but nothing like apples or cherries or peaches. Actually, cherries, the ones that people normally are associated with, let's say North America, you know, the nice red ones, they don't grow here in Khabarovsk. Sour cherries do, but not the regular cherries. As for apples, no, you're not going to get the Granny Smith and the Macintosh and the Golden Delicious. The climate is a little bit too cold for it, or maybe just a shorter growing season. You do get what's called the Far Eastern apples, which we don't have, and that's fine. I don't know. Do we plan on planting any fruits? Maybe. But I don't know. We'll see how things go down the road. Anyways, I thought I'd share a little bit of a history lesson and a little bit of what grows and what doesn't grow in this area. All right, I got to go to work. Okay, I got my wheelbarrow, got 2 rakes here, and I'm going to start raking up all the leaves and stuff that are here. So not only cleaning up the leaves, but also aerating the lawn a little bit. And in a few weeks, it's going to look really good. And then once we start mowing the lawn, it's going to be no leaves, no nothing. It's going to be nice and fresh. So let's start. Okay, here is the first section, all raked up. Check that out. Nice pile. And this is not going to be on the lawn anymore. So all the old dead grass and the leaves, and there's some sticks that came off the trees, little branches and stuff. Anyways, the grass is going to look so much better. So let's load this up and move behind over here. And then we'll do that one next. All right, I got another section all completed. So I started right over there, right from the well, and did that area and this area right here, and also cleaned out the ditch. So both sides, both ditches are cleaned out. I am still going to end up digging it out more, but I wanted to get all the leaves out. I mean, check that out. All that, and that right there, that's in the wheelbarrow, that was all in this section. So now everything is all cleaned up. It definitely looks better than that other section that I didn't do. The one that's right there. Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one right there. Yeah. Anyways, what am I listening to? I'm listening to an audiobook. It's a book that was written in 1937 by a man named Napoleon Hill. I'll tell you a little bit about him later. All right, got to get back to work. Okay, another wheelbarrow load of grass and leaves and little sticks and everything, all cleaned up, ready to go. And check this out, it's looking really good. So I'm going to take this away to the compost pile over there and then start working on the next little section. So one section at a time. This is the compost pile that we have for leaves and sticks and branches and whatnot. And even though it's looking really high, it's all going to settle down. And it's a good place for it. And then maybe later on, if we need it, if it turns into soil, we could use it for, like they say in Russian, udobrenye, to put into our garden over here. But in the meantime, this is a good place for it. All right, let's go to work and let's load up another wheelbarrow. Okay, another little section completed. Oh, check that cat. Kisa. Oh, neighbor's cat. Let's check him out. Большой кот. Huh, Kisa? Kisa, hello. Hello, Kisa. Well, this is a friendly cat. Actually, it's the first time I seen him. And as soon as I came up, he stopped and I started petting him and he was purring. Anyways, got to get back to work. I find it much easier that if I do it in little sections, it doesn't seem as overwhelming as like, oh my God, I got to do the whole place. I mean, we got like, what, 3/4 of an acre here. And yeah, cannot get it done all in one day. But, you know, you do a little section, I don't know, like 10 meters by 10 meters. And it's like, hey, that's cool. So, yeah. I mean, we got another wheelbarrow load here. And that's going to be hauled away. All right, let's go back to work. So last Sunday, while I was here helping Victoria clean up the area around here, I didn't do a good job. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to do a better job today. So I went back and re-raked everything. And check this out. There's like 3/4 of a wheelbarrow load. That's pretty good. And now I'm going to start working this area. Just think about it. What was it, like 3 weeks ago? There was probably a meter of snow because when I was shoveling off the veranda roof, I was throwing it off and it was really packed right down. So it was at least a meter high and all gone. So I'm going to take a deep dive and rake everything up so that the green grass will return. It's going to look really good. All right, let's go back to work. Okay, this section is all done. Looking much, much better. That's a lot of leaves and branches and stuff. But yeah, it's all cleaned up and the grass will soon start growing. All right, let's quickly put in a wheelbarrow and go to another location. Here we have another section completed. Check this out. Once again, another wheelbarrow load of leaves, dead grass, and a few sticks. And in a few weeks, this is going to be a nice green grass without the leaves and the sticks and whatnot. All right, let's keep going. Here's another little section completed, so it goes right up to the raspberries and towards the lawn over there. So we got a little pile over here and this narrow strip between the Samarodina, blackcurrant, and the ditch right here, the drainage ditch. So there's another pile. So little by little, this area is getting cleaned up. And over here, I cleaned out the ditch, the drainage ditch, and raked this part of the lawn right here, right up to that mound right there. And so that next time when I come back, I will know where to start. Otherwise, I will lose where the line is. So I put a few of these pegs in, and I know that I have to be to that side. So there it is. I got two piles. I gotta clean them up right now. There's one. There's the other one. And I think that'll be it for today. So this pile of grass and little bits of leaves and twigs, it's getting bigger. But even though it looks really big, it's light and fluffy and it will settle down. Like this right over here, this is from last year. So this will be probably half the size. Give it some rain and it'll pack down. All right, well, I better go and start cleaning up. Okay, I'm all done, all cleaned up and ready to go home. So do a little bit of a recap. What did I do? Well, I planted those shrubs, well, temporarily planted them inside the greenhouse so that once the ground is ready, we'll just take them out of that hole and we'll plant them wherever needed. Okay, and I did a lot of raking. So stuck all the way to the second greenhouse over there. And so did all that. This right here. This side. So took a lot out. Same with cleaned the drainage ditches. Took another deep dive into this area because on Sunday I didn't think I did a good job, so I wanted to do a better job, and I did. And there was a lot, believe it or not. There were a lot of needles and like needles from the trees. And right there, cleaned that up and started on part of the field. Right over there, did that. So there it is, did a lot. And of course, during the whole time, I was listening to a podcast. It's actually a book. It's an audiobook, more precisely, by a guy named Napoleon Hill. And it was written in 1937, so almost 100 years ago, 90 years ago. What is that? 88? 92 years ago it was written. It's called Think and Grow Rich. So yeah, Think and Grow Rich is all about a state of mind. So it's a good book. I've read the actual book probably about two times. Started on the third one, but didn't actually get through. Now that you can actually find it on YouTube, I listened to it in the last 10 years probably 5 times. It's just a good refresher. Kind of keeps me balanced, gives me purpose on, what I'm doing. And especially, moving out here to Russia, it's a foreign land. And I'm just doing my thing. Yeah, trying to be positive about it. Anyways, that's that. I got to get going. And look at that. Clear, clear blue sky all day. So it was great working out here. It was a good decision that I made to, work out in the sun. And I actually feel better. See, my nose is even feeling better. It's that fresh air that did it. All right, I got to get going. Hey, if you are not a subscriber, subscribe to my channel. Even hit that little bell so that when I upload a new video, you'll be notified. And you'll be out here working with me at the dacha. Well, at least you'll be at the comfort of watching me work at the dacha. Anyways, smash the like button, leave a comment, positive comments, obviously. Constructive criticism is fine, but negative comments, that I'm a troll or I'm a Putinist or whatever, I'm not going to reply to you. You guys know the truth. You guys are just fishing, and it's like, whatever. All right, I gotta go. So take care until the next video. And like I always say, paka paka.